Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. And so guys, today I'm going to talk about the US tax term, right? What are the tax terminology for which visa? So there are basically three types of tax term, and it is for all the non-immigrant and migrant worker, those who are working in a USA. So these three tax terms are come under all the visas, right? So the first one is W2 and the another one is 10999, but often we call this 1099, and one another one is C2C, right? So typically the tax you have to pay the tax after the 15th of April between 30th of April. So these are some deadline which is set by the US tax department. Then if you are a immigrant and non-immigrant, then you are entitled to pay the taxes in a different terminologies. So the first tax term is W2 tax term, which is basically a stand for the wages and tax statement. Is a tax form. It is a kind of a tax form, just like in India we fill the form of form 16, right? For an example, if your salary in India is like between 3 to 4, then you are not entitled to pay the tax. But if you are crossing the 4 lakh or 3 lakh or 4 lakhs, then there is a few component of tax part which we have to pay to the tax department, to your employer, right? In the same way, W2 WT is a form you have to be if you are working in any L1 visa or any EAD visa, or if you are working in a green card holder, if you are holding a green card holder, and if you are a citizen of you have converted your citizen to the US permanent citizen, then this tax term come under this text terminology, and it is for the basically it is a contract between employer and employee, and it apply for only a full-time worker, right? So as per the US Department of Labor, set up on the both a federal and a state level, all visa holders fall under this tax terminology, except H1B visa. Because why this H1B visa is there? Because H1B visa stands for the full-time worker. It is basically given for the full-time worker only. So if you are a full-time worker, then you have to then you are come under the C2C visa. So which we will talk in our next video. In another slide. So so primarily this, full-time worker is green card holder and US citizen, right? But the US Labor Department, they have given all the priority to the all the visa, but 80% of the employee cover under the green card and US citizen. They work under the, because they do not need any sponsor. So green card holder and US citizen primarily fall under this tax term because they are the full-time worker. They are the direct employee. They are the direct working with a direct company, not any intermediate or any third party, right? So I'm going to talk about which are the tax component, what are the kind of tax it is going to deduct under this WT tax terminology. So tax deduction component would be the state tax. If you have to pay the state tax, federal tax, which is social security tax, employment tax, and medical tax and healthcare tax. So these are the tax component which you have to pay to your employer, right? After filling the F6 the WT form, employer have to submit that F6 WT form to to their employer. Then employer is going to submit to the IRS department, which is Internal Revenue Service Department of USA, right? So after getting the deduction, so employer, what are the benefit which employer getting, which are the few guarantee benefit which employee is entitled to get, right? So which are these things, like a medical insurance benefit, overtime advantage, fixed basic salary, PTO, paid time off. And as per the US Labor Department, whatever the benefit which is given to the comes under the W2 tax term, the full-time employee is entitled to get that all the benefit, right? And without deduction only, the employee is entitled to get the some standard benefit as per the US Labor Department, right? So now we are moving back to the moving ahead with this C2C tax term. What is this C2C tax term? Basically, C2C tax term is basically given apply for the, it is basically a tax term between, it is a contract between one company to another company in a lenient way, right? It is a cop to cop, like means company to company contract, right? And it is not a full time, it is not for the full time worker, it is for the contractual base, contractual employee only get this, entitled to pay this tax term. So what are the visas fall under this tax term? So if you, all visa holders comes under this tax term, but still if there is a catch. If the worker, if you are working with the contractual job, means like if you are working in a Microsoft, but you are working for a Microsoft, but you are not, your payroll company is Accenture, right? That means your Accenture company is entitled to pay your tax, not the Microsoft, right? But still if there is a catch, if any green card holder want to work under this C2C, then they have to, because since the green card holder and US citizens are they are not, they don't have I mean they don't want to like anyone is sponsored, because they do not need any sponsorship. They can directly apply for any company, because since he is a green card holder, he is a citizen of India 90%. Right, so they can directly apply. So if he still, if because he is a green card holder and if you want to work under this C2C terminology,